SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. We are previewing the main card of UFC 165 here at SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we are talking with Nick Kalikas, professional MMA oddsmaker and a sportsbook consultant. His website is MMAoddsbreaker.com. And we are also talking with Adam Ritota from allplayswin.com. All right, guys, Brendan Schaub and Matt Mitrione, two big heavyweights, both with one-punch knockout power. Mitrione, a small favorite, minus 120. Nick Kalikas, is this one of the fights that's going to be probably a premium play for you guys?
No, sir.
No, it's not.
No, sir.
That's a little bit surprising. I would think that, see, I'm looking at this. Schaub has a glass jaw. Mitrione has a 4-inch reach advantage. I think, Mitrione should be a significantly bigger favorite here. I'd put Mitrione at maybe minus 150, 180. What do you think of that, Adam Ritota?
I agree with you, Pete. Mitrione is the more athletic fighter. Brendan Schaub might have a slight edge in technicality. If it goes to a strike, just like you said, Mitrione has a 4-inch reach advantage over Schaub. Schaub has been knocked out 3 times. Mitrione, the only person he's been stopped by is Roy Nelson, and who doesn't get stopped by Roy Nelson? I like Mitrione in this fight, and at minus 120, I think it's probably one of the best bets on the board.
I agree with you. Nick Kalikas, do these odds not strike you as a little bit off?
No, not at all, because you guys, I think, are underestimating Schaub's wrestling. I mean, the guy does have a significant advantage in wrestling, at least on paper, and even in his last fight against LeVar Johnson. I mean, he took that thing to the floor time after time, and that's how he won the fight. A lot of people were expecting it to stay standing, and if it did, Johnson obviously would knock out Schaub in most cases.
Right.
So that's a similar situation here. I think that Mitrione, of course, on the feet, he has an amazing chance of knocking out Schaub, because, like you guys mentioned, the chin is so bad that there's no question Mitrione offensively talented. He could catch him and knock him out, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Schaub is probably going to look for that takedown right away, and if he gets Mitrione on his back, Mitrione, his jiu-jitsu off his back has improved a little bit, but he's still going to be lost as far as actual BJJ goes, because I give a significant advantage to Schaub.
Wow, so you're saying that you would rather have Schaub at plus 100 than Mitrione at minus 120 if you had to?
Well, that's why I'm kind of passing on this fight. And like I said earlier when you asked if it's a premium play, I do think, my head tells me that Mitrione will land that punch and knock him out at some point. But if he doesn't, he's going to lose a fight by decision. So, it's pretty clear to me. So that's why I don't really think there is some value. It is kind of a pick 'em type of fight for me. And I would definitely go with not laying juice. So if it's even money, then that's the way I would go, honestly. Because I do think, like I said, your head tells you one thing, and it should happen that way. But a lot of people counted him out against LeVar Johnson and different strikers before, and Schaub managed to survive and get the job done. So I think that's what we're going to see.
Adam Ritota, what's your take on that? You think that Schaub will be able to get him down to the canvas?
I believe he's going to try. I think that reach advantage, like you said earlier, Pete, is going to come into play. Both guys have lost 2 out of the last 3 fights, and I think this is, as far as the UFC is concerned, I think this is going to be kind of fight for your job type situation. Right. I think that Mitrione's striking is better. While Schaub is definitely the better wrestler, I think that Mitrione keeps this on their feet, or at least catches him early enough where it's not even going to matter. I do like Mitrione in this fight.
Nick Kalikas, are you roughly even on the action?
Yeah, and it will be. Like I said, I opened it around minus 130 or so. Even money line has gotten a little bit tighter, and it kind of basically came back to where I opened it, because initial action did come in on Schaub, and then line kind of came back to Mitrione as a favorite. So back and forth we go, and I think we're going to see a lot of two-way action on this fight.
All right, well, we'll see how it turns out. Me and Adam Ritota are in agreement. Mitrione by knockout is the way to bet. Thanks, guys.